What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna have this is another video of New York Rangers player review, and today we are going to be talking about the defenseman the Rangers traded for and signed for the next 7 years, Jacob Trouba.
Trouba with a shot, he scores!
Now, New York Rangers traded. Now, with the New York Jacob Trouba trade, the Rangers, of course, traded the 20th overall pick that they originally got from the Jets, who turned into Ville Heinola, who seems like a promising two-way defenseman who could possibly be a nice top four defenseman for the Jets, who showed what he could do in the eight or nine games he played. And also they got Neil Pionk, who is having a good year offensively. He's got 44 points, I believe, something like that. But thing with that, I mean, D'Angelo was the best defenseman in my mind, offensively wise, and then you added Adam Fox. Neil Pionk was the odd man out. So now talking about Jacob Trouba, his contract 7 years, $8 million AAV. It might be an overpayment, about $1 million or $1.5 million, but Jacob Trouba's been seeking a big contract almost every year. He was always restricted RFA. And yet again he was, and the Rangers had to pay him what he wanted to get him. And I don't really, you know what, real quick, I usually have their stats pulled up of the player I'm talking about, but I didn't have it pulled up. So, obviously Jacob Trouba coming off a 50-point season, which seemed very promising for us. He came in, played 70 games with 7 goals, 20 assists for 27 points, and a -12 rating. Now, he's got half of the points he scored last year, which, I remember hearing a lot of people saying, like, we're getting Jacob Trouba, offensive defenseman. I'm like, he's a two-way. He's not an offensive defenseman. He's a two-way defenseman with offensive upside. Now, the -12 rating, isn't the best, but, I mean, like I said, he's probably just on the ice a lot, a good amount when they score. I don't really remember seeing him, maybe turn over the puck a lot. A couple times I have, I think. I'm trying to remember. But I gotta say, I'm loving Jacob Trouba. A lot of Ranger fans probably telling me he's overpaid, he's not playing well, but he's got great size. He's very physical. Obviously, you saw what his hits on Michael Del Cole. And he also crushed Miles Wood in the Devils game. And obviously he's put up 7 goals. He's put up, about 7 or 10 goals almost every season, except for 2. So he's going to get you like 10 goals every season. And, yeah, obviously he's been playing second power play, so he's getting the offensive opportunities, but just a little bit of a letdown. Or not a letdown. I mean, like I said, he wasn't really supposed to come in here as offensive defenseman, but I love it, Jacob Trouba. I think the only thing Jacob Trouba maybe the only thing that I kind of see that is the only thing wrong with him, sometimes he'll jump up in the play to maybe go for a hit, and then if he misses or he just bounces off the offensive player and any offensive player has a step on Trouba kind of struggles on the recovery. But I mean, that only happened I've only seen it a couple times. I think maybe once it happened with Andreas Athanasiou. I can't even say his name. Athanasiou. I don't know why I can't say him. He's just quick all around. But like I said, sometimes Jacob Trouba, when he jumps into play and the offensive player gets a step on him, he struggles with getting back. But like I said, I've only seen it a couple times. But Jacob Trouba, obviously, I wasn't expecting him to be a #1 defenseman when he came here. I think he's definitely a top pairing defenseman, but you got to play him with someone like maybe Victor Hedman or, I'm trying to think of other left-handed defensemen. I don't know why. Like someone like that, he was like if he was #2 defenseman at Hedman, that would be an awesome pairing. But he's definitely, a poor man's #1. I'm sure he could play it. Obviously, we had Ryan McDonough, who played our #1 defenseman, and he was pretty decent. I mean, he wasn't the biggest star. He wasn't like Carlson or Hedman. I don't know why I can't think of any other left-handed defenseman. But I'm actually very excited for with Jacob Trouba, with a possible pairing of him on the right side and Keandre Miller on the left, because that gives a 6'3" and a 6'4" body. Both could skate, and both are two-way big defensemen, and that's going to be very excited to see. So overall, I gotta say I'm excited to see Jacob Trouba. Like I said, he's been very solid. He hasn't, obviously his points, is a drop off, but I mean he's a defenseman. Plus we have D'Angelo and Fox who are the offensive guys. And 27, I mean, he's basically at 30 points. That's pretty good for a two-way guy. And I mean, his stats have always been like 29 points, 22, 21, 33, 24, 50, and 27. So I think he's always going to be around that 30 to maybe to 40 point mark. But hey, our team looks promising. Our offense looks like it's going to get there. Our offense it's looking deadly in years to come. So overall, Jacob Trouba, great. I think he's been great. Not perfect, of course. Nobody's perfect, but I think he's been good. Very solid. Obviously, a lot of people probably will disagree with me because he's paid a lot and I don't know. But his physicality, man, he hit some guys. That Del Cole hit was awesome, man. But yeah, I think the trade. I mean, Winnipeg got a lot back. And obviously, some Ranger fans, I think, were saying that we gave up a lot. But, I mean, we got Winnipeg's first-round pick for Lemieux. For Hayes. So we basically just sent it back to them we basically just traded Neil Pionk for him. And Neil Pionk, had a 27-point year. And we had Adam Fox coming in, and we had Tony D'Angelo, who had a, 33-point year with playing, 60 games. So D'Angelo had a good year last year. And obviously now D'Angelo's a top 5 in defensive scoring, and also Adam Fox is with Neil Pionk in that low 40 point range. So hope you guys enjoyed this little talk about Jacob Trouba. Obviously, we're not totally sure what's going to happen, but I think he's going to be a very solid defender for the next 6 years. But him and Keandre Miller, that's going to be a fun pairing if that ever happens. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next.